So can I sell cakes from home in the UK? Well, as a matter of fact, you actually can, but there are a few things that you need to do in order for you to do it legally. And of course, abide by the law. I'm going to give you the 10 specific steps right now. Marketing Food Online UK. We're going to break down those steps for you. Let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back to Marketing Food Online UK. This is one of our brand new channels. We are not new to YouTube, but we definitely have a bunch of great food entrepreneurship channels. But I wanted to create one dedicated to the United Kingdom's food entrepreneurs and all the information you would need to launch a food business. So I'm going to dive into this. I'm going to give you number 1 down to number 10. Now, this is in no particular order because all of these steps are actually very, very critical in order for you to do this legitimately and make money doing it. So number 1, registering your food business. Requirement: you must register your home as a food business with your local council. Now, registration is free. It must be done, though, at least 28 days before you start to sell your cakes. Now, how do you register, Damien? Well, you want to visit your local council's website and complete the quote-unquote food business registration form. This is actually a form specifically dedicated to home-based food entrepreneurship. Why register? Well, this ensures that your business complies with UK food safety laws and allows environmental health officers, EHOs as they're known, to inspect your premises. Now, number 2, food safety and hygiene requirements. Now, let's dive into this because this is a little tricky. Level 2, as it's known, food hygiene certificate. Now, you are legally required to have an adequate knowledge, of course, of food safety, which is common sense. You really do need to know how to handle food and how to sell it properly so people don't get sick. Most home bakers complete actually a level 2 food hygiene and safety training course. Now, these courses are widely available online and cost about anywhere from 10 to 25 pounds per actual course. Now, it might be a little bit higher in some areas, but 10 to 25 is the average that we've found. Food safety management system. Now, implement a system such as Safer Food, Better Business. It's known as SFBB. Now, which outlines how you can actually and will maintain hygiene and safety in your kitchen. Now, this includes simple things like cleaning schedules, cross-contamination prevention, which is really, really important, and temperature control for certain ingredients. Next up is kitchen inspection. Now, an environmental health officer, EHO as it's known, from your local council may inspect your kitchen to ensure that it meets these hygiene standards. They will actually check for the following: cleanliness of surfaces and equipment, of course, proper food storage and labeling, separation of food preparation areas from pets and other personal activities. And a lot of this stuff, guys, is really kind of common sense. You may actually already know these, but you want to make sure that you practice them, not simply know these different aspects of food handling. It just keeps everything clean and healthy for everyone. Number 3, allergy labeling and food information. Now, it's known as Natasha's Law, which as of October 2021, all prepacked foods for direct sales, PPDSs, must include full ingredient lists and allergen information on the label. Now, common allergens. Now, you must clearly indicate allergens such as, let's say, eggs, milk, gluten, nuts, and all of that on your packaging or your menu. Now, how do you comply, Damien? Well, use clear, accurate labels for all of your cakes. Highlight allergens in bold text in the ingredient lists. That actually helps people to see it better and understand what might be in it. Number 4, of course, this is really important for you as the food-based entrepreneur to protect yourself, and that's insurance. So public liability insurance that protects you in case a customer becomes ill after consuming your cakes. Product liability insurance that covers claims specifically related to the quality and safety of your cakes. And your costs. Now, insurance policy for small home baking businesses start around 5 to even 15 pounds per month, which is pretty reasonable, actually, depending on the level of coverage, of course. Now, you got to double check. I'm not an insurance salesman, but I can tell you need to make sure that you have all the coverage you need to be safe, but that's not much. 15 pounds a month is pretty cheap. Number 5, tax and legal structure. Now, register as self-employed. Now, if you're making money from selling cakes, you must register as self-employed with HM Revenue and Customs. Now, you can do this online, actually, and by the way, it's free. Taxes, you want to keep a detailed records of your income and expenses. File a self-assessment tax return annually. And you may need to actually pay income tax and national insurance contributions. Now, if your profit exceeds your personal allowance, which is anywhere from 12,570 pounds a year for the year of 2024 to 2025 tax year. Now, optional. Now, if you expect to make more than 85,000 pounds annually, you must register for VAT, okay? Which is the value added tax. Number 6, packaging and presentation. Now, eco-friendly packaging. Now, many actually UK customers prefer environmentally friendly materials nowadays, and consider using combustible boxes, even paper-based liners, or biodegradable packaging as something that they would rather have when they get their cakes. Keep that in mind because it's actually something worldwide now. A lot of consumers are really looking to be more kinder and gentler to the actual planet as itself, and you definitely want to use better packaging. And it also helps you sell more cakes. Labeling requirements. So include your business name, address, and ingredients, allergens, and of course, storage instructions for your customers as they buy your cakes. Number 7. All right, now we're getting into the business aspect. Where can you sell your cakes? Now, online platforms, you can use platforms like Facebook Marketplace, even Instagram, or even Etsy UK to sell online. Now, comply with local UK consumer contracts regulations, offering clear product descriptions, cancellation rights, and of course, refunds if needed. Local markets. Now, this is a great one too. You may not even want to be online and necessarily sell them that way. Check with your local council for permits required to sell at farmers markets or fairs or even local events. Direct orders. Now, take customer orders for birthdays, weddings, or even corporate events. That's where actually a lot of money can be made between weddings and corporate events. I can definitely tell you from my own baking business that I've run for 14 years, you definitely can make money there. Number 8, health and safety with home baking. Now, separate equipment. This is actually pretty interesting. You want to use dedicated utensils, mixers, and storage containers for your business to avoid cross-contamination. Ingredient storage. So you want to ensure ingredients are stored correctly. Perishable items like eggs and dairy must be, of course, refrigerated below 5 degrees Celsius. So be sure that you keep on top of that too. Allergen precautions. If you're using nuts or any other type of other allergens, clean thoroughly between batches to avoid any cross-contamination that could occur. We actually do that in my commercial bakery. You want to make sure that everything is thoroughly cleaned and let people know if you're actually using any type of nut or tree nuts in your facility. Number 9, marketing your home baking business. Now, this is where a little bit of fun expanding your business begins. Social media is always a big one. Post photos of your cakes on Instagram, Facebook, or even TikTok to showcase your work. Word of mouth. Ask friends and family to spread the word. Local advertising, even you can use flyers, even the old-fashioned way, or even local Facebook groups within your community in UK, or community boards. These are great ways to get your information out there. And number 10, let's recap the key takeaways of launching that cake business from your home. Registration, of course, is mandatory. Always register with your local council before you start, just to be safe. Hygiene is non-negotiable. You want to maintain highest standards in your kitchen because keep in mind, if you have delicious cakes that you're giving your customers, they're going to come back for more. Label everything. You want to clear allergen and ingredient labeling products that protects both you and your customers. You need to stay legal. You want to keep accurate records and file your taxes. By following these steps, you can legally and successfully actually start a small cake business from your home in the UK. Start small, build up a loyal customer base, and grow your business at your own pace. So definitely stick around. This is a brand new channel here in the UK. I'll give you links to my other food entrepreneurship channels as well. But we're going to have tons of information specifically for you guys in the UK. So hit that subscribe button. If you have questions, always ask. We'll get to it as soon as we can. I'll see you on our next video.